Oh, hey guys, I'm back. Oh man, your girl is rusty. Whew. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Or maybe I should be welcoming myself back. It's been a while. Um, but as they say, the witch is back, and there's hell to pay. Just kidding. No, I have been away for a very long time. I think it's been, God, almost like a year, over a year at this point. And I am here to say that I am back. I am finally, I'm finally back after all this time. So I feel like so much has happened, and I feel like I owe you guys such a large explanation as to why I disappeared the way that I did, because I think I just one day just stopped uploading and decided I wasn't doing this anymore. But there is, there was a lot of good, there was a lot of bad that happened in the last year, and I want to give you my explanations and the whole, like, what have you been up to? Where have you been? What happened? I want to answer all those questions. So if that's what you want to hear, then stick around. Alright, you guys, so first and foremost, I know everyone is probably like, what happened? Why did you stop filming? So, it wasn't like one event that happened where I was like, that's it, I'm done. I had like a series of unfortunate events happen, and it just really put me in a bad mental state, and I couldn't be like authentic, I guess, like authentically happy and like bubbly and excited for the things that I was getting in these boxes. Also, COVID hit, and it took a toll on everybody, including myself. Because of COVID, other things started to happen, and it just put me into a very massive depression to where I couldn't get out of bed. It was really bad. But to start from the beginning, and this is full transparency. I'm not looking for any sympathy or anything like that. I'm a big girl, and there are always three sides to every story. There's mine and the truth somewhere in between. So I don't, because of that, I mean, at this point, there's no hard feelings. I couldn't care less. But there was a little bit of like some conflict among some of the people in this little YouTube community that said some things about me that were, they weren't like name calling or anything like that, but it made me second guess my character as a person, because they saw me as something I didn't feel I was, and basically stated that I was in the friendships for the wrong reasons, and that's really a shame, because if I let you in, I am the type of person where I've been through so much, and I've had to deal with a lot of rejection in my life. So if I let you in, it's never for the wrong reasons. It's because I want you around. And I guess people took some of the things that I said or did and made their own assumptions, and instead of coming to me and talking about their feelings with it, they just cast their stones and their judgment and cut me off, which is fine. You're entitled to do whatever you want to do, and like I said, no hard feelings. I'm over it. But that was kind of like the beginning of things for me. It started to make me second guess whether I wanted to do this or not, whether I wanted to be a part of this community or not. Which is very unfortunate because I had a lot of fun with you guys and I let other people ruin it. After that, COVID hit and, you know, we were out of work for a while. I was home. I think I was still kind of filming during those times. But when we were allowed to go back to work, I had a very, very unfortunate event where I was told I was allowed to go back to work. I'm a massage therapist, I'm an esthetician, and I am a lash artist slash technician. I do a lot of things, so there were some things that I was allowed to come back and do, and there were other things that, you know, by state law at the time, we weren't allowed to come back and do, or the Board of Cosmetology wasn't allowing us to do it at the time. And my boss of the place that I worked actually said we were allowed to come back and do it, and I found out after a certain amount of time doing it that I could have lost my license. The business itself would have gotten fined, but it would have been able to stay open, and I would have lost my entire career. So I made, and that was just kind of like the little cherry on top for this place. There was so much more that I'm not gonna get into in this video, but that was the cherry on top, and I wound up leaving my job in the middle of a pandemic. Pretty sloppily, in my opinion. I probably shouldn't have done it the way that I did. But I went out in a blaze of glory and I stated everything that needed to be said because it needed to be said and everybody else was walking around on eggshells and I wasn't having it anymore. So I left, and then it dawned on me after I left that we were in the middle of a pandemic and most people were scared and a lot of places were not hiring. So I wound up unemployed for a very long time. I found a job, if that's what you want to call it, working for another company, and was given very high hopes on me being the manager and starting the spa and, you know, bringing in my favorite product lines and me running the spa basically, and because the owner didn't have any knowledge base in it, so she was relying on me and my experience and everything to kind of open the massage, skincare, lashes aspect of her business because she technically owned a nail salon. She was in the process of moving her business to a different location to make it bigger, and I was all gung-ho about it. She was going to let me decorate the spa and set everything up the way that I thought was appropriate, and we were doing things as a team, and within a couple of months it all of a sudden flip-flopped and I started to get cut out of, you know, the booking system, and I was asked to have clients sign, like if I took photos of the results from my clients, I was asked to have the client sign over the rights to the photos to the company, and I had to ask permission to use my own photos. Not okay with that. The claim is that she was kind of protecting her business. I've worked for a lot of spas in the last almost decade that I've been doing this, and not one of them told me I didn't own the rights to my own photos, or I couldn't own the rights to my own photos. So that was bullshit. And then one day she told me I was trying to steal her company from her, which I wasn't, because there was nothing in it for me. I was there to help her, and in doing so, I guess she found an issue. That is her own issues to figure out. That, in my opinion, is something that was going on internally with her that she couldn't express in the right way. Again, I'm a very easy person to talk to, so if you would have just came to me with your concerns, we could have had a very civil conversation and came to a resolution where we both could have stayed and you know, work together, because I do have a lot to offer and I'm pretty confident in that aspect. But that ended very abruptly, and I was back at square one with not having a job. The entire time that I did work for this company, though, I wasn't making any money. I was based in commission, and there were no clients coming through the door. It was a nail salon. Nobody wanted to go to a nail salon for an expensive facial or a high-end luxury facial service and stuff like that. It was, people were getting the wrong idea about what we were trying to offer, and I just wasn't making any money. So I wound up asking her, listen, I can't stay here if I don't make any money. Is there any way you can pay me to work the front desk? She offered me a certain amount of money to work the front desk, and said, you know, things are tight right now, so I can only do this amount. And I said, whatever, as long as I get a steady paycheck, that's all I care about. And I mean, you could have paid me $7 an hour and I would have been happy, because at least it was something in my pocket. After a week of allowing me to do this, she contacted me and said, I cannot afford to pay you this anymore, so we're going to have to go back to commission. And I respected her decision. I understood that times were hard, and I said, you also have to understand that times are hard for me as well, so I may have to look for somewhere else to work while we're still building this business together. And she, that was kind of the beginning of the end, where she kind of like started to cut me out of things, simply because I have, you know, a family to take care of. I'm a single mom. I'm the only source of income, and I needed income. So I also wound up in the hospital because I've had ongoing back issues since a month after I had my son. I'm almost 100% positive that it's related to having my C-section when I had my son. But this was unlike anything I had ever experienced before. It was completely debilitating. I could not, even if I wanted to, get off the couch. I was stuck in a position where I was constantly on my knees and arms, with 3 giant pillows stacked underneath of my chest just to relieve the pressure off of my spine. The pain was radiating down my legs. It was excruciating. I was in constant tears. I couldn't walk to the bathroom to go to the bathroom and back without my knees wanting to buckle because of how much pain I was in. My right leg, from the foot all the way up to the knee, and even on the inner part of my thigh, was completely numb. I could not feel it. It turned out that I had a herniated disc, L4, L5, and this was all basically like nerve pain. And I had to be out of work even more so to heal from this. I was out of work for almost a month. It was very unfortunate. It's something that I never want to go through again. And if I do ever have to go through it again, it was just really bad. There was nothing I could do. You know, I was given pain medication, and that didn't work at all. And the only thing that I could really do was just get up and force myself to do things in this excruciating pain until it went away. And eventually it did, and I became back to normal, but it just was another one of those things to check off on the list of adding to my long list of reasons to be depressed. Which, having a long list like that is depressing in itself. And when you have these things coming one right after the other, it makes healing yourself emotionally a very difficult task to do. So that happened, and I was forced to figure out what my next move was going to be with employment. All of this was happening at the same time. Started applying anywhere and everywhere, and, you know, fortunately enough, I had the lash bar that I had been working at since the beginning, where I also wasn't making any money. And then I had a Hand and Stone, and another company also contact me, and I decided to work at all three. I was working 7 days a week. I was pulling in enough money, and I was so nervous to let go of one of them because I was afraid if I let go of one, then I would, like, what happens if another one didn't make, I wasn't making any money at, like, I was just really nervous about not making any money, and it all wound up working out. I am down to 2 jobs now instead of 3, and I am working only a normal work week of 5 days a week. So I get a weekend. And I am very grateful for that. The companies that I chose to work at are places that I have dreamt about working my entire career. I am so grateful and fortunate to have finally found rational thinking, sane, sweet owners and bosses that aren't there to pull you down. They're there to lift you up. And I am just feeling very grateful that I finally found that environment. With that being said, that's a lot. There were also some personal issues where my my grandfather passed away, and I don't want to cry because this is the first time I've done my makeup in a very long time. He passed away, and we all kind of saw it coming. He had issues with dementia. He had liver failure, where, like, the ammonia in his liver was building up, and it would put him in the hospital on occasion because he would wind up going into, like, this, like, comatose state because of it. He was basically poisoning, his liver was poisoning him, and he would wind up going into these coma states, and then they would have to dose him with, like, a bunch of medication, and he would come to, and every time he would come to a little bit, he would come back with a little less memory, and it was just a very hard thing to watch happen. And I was I was very fortunate to spend his last day with him, and I got the phone call the following morning, and it was just oh crap. Ooh. Didn't think this was gonna happen because it's been a little bit, but yeah, I mean, I kind of sat by his bedside and hung out with him and watched TV and ate snacks, and that was my day with him, which is more than I could have asked for. But it took a toll on, obviously, myself and my family, and added to the already depressing, anxiety-ridden lifestyle I was living. That happened in August, so that was like a few months ago, but it's the last 2 years of COVID, 2020, 2021, they were freaking horrible, and I am for the first time feeling like I'm sort of getting back to normal, and I'm smiling and I'm getting up and I'm wanting to do things like record again and film YouTube videos. And one thing that you know, losing or being unemployed, I didn't lose my job, I quit my job. Let's get the facts straight. One thing that taught me, and then losing my grandfather, it's that life is very short, and I have had this dream to have my own business for forever. Since I was a little girl, I can remember sitting in this Beauty and the Beast like pop-up tent that I had, and I would have books all on the floor, and I would put numbers in the books, and like I would have my parents come up, and they would, like, it was like a library. They would come, they would check out books, and then, you know, give them back or whatever it may be. But I always wanted to be in charge of my own business. You know, the business idea always changed. You know, the older I got, like one year it would be a photography business, the next it would be like something different. And it wasn't until that I found what I was passionate about, which is aesthetics, massage, lashing, and stuff like that, that I realized that I wanted to open up a business kind of involving that stuff. So, big reveal. In the last 2 years, this started 2 years ago, I have been creating my own little holistic type shop. I created my own skincare line, which I am super proud of, and super excited for it to get out there, because I have been using these products during the pandemic. My skin, oh my god, my poor skin, because of the masks and stuff. I have such sensitive skin. I am wearing like foundation right now, so you can't really see it. But all in here, oh god, under here, the chin, my cheeks are horrible. There's so much scarring there, which is why I put foundation on today. I broke out like crazy, and I'm an esthetician. So my profession is supposed to be telling people that I know what I'm doing, but my face is like my marketing. So when my skin started to freak out, I was like, oh my god, what am I gonna do? I can't even take care of my own skin. How are people supposed to believe that I can take care of theirs? And nothing I was using was working. I tried probably about 4 or 5 different skincare lines and products and things like that, because I was testing out products in the meantime for, you know, the spa that I was supposed to be helping open, and nothing was working. So I said, this is ridiculous. I am going to develop products that will work. And I did, and they are amazing. That's basically been what I have been up to lately. And I would love to speak to you more about, you know, this business that I am opening, and I will probably do that in a separate video. I filmed it all as one video, and this clip that you're seeing right now is me coming back because I feel like the video was just too long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate it so you might see a different transition there. So I'm going to do the little chit chat video, and then I will do what I've been up to with creating or opening my own business video, and I'll show you all the products and things like that, because I just think that doing it all together, although very excited to be back, will just be too long of a video. I think I filmed for like an hour, and that to me is just, it's just too long. Let me tell you, it's just too long. So I'll probably split it. So if you are interested in checking that out, stay tuned and you will hear all about my new business adventure. I am so pumped. You have no idea. That's it, you guys. It's this video has become such a long video. I could not be more excited to come out with these videos, or to come out with these products and show you what I have to offer. Please, please, please show support to your girl, and support small business. This is support my dream. You know, this is something that I have dreamt about almost my entire life, and I'm finally attempting to make it a reality, and I cannot do that without the support from you guys. So I'm beyond excited. I am nervous. It's a very nerve-wracking thing to do, to come out with your own stuff. I think that's it, you guys. If you have any questions, like anything like that, please don't hesitate. I am so excited to be back and to hear from you guys and interact with you guys again. And I just want this to be a more positive experience than the way it was the last time I tried to do this. I want to build connections, and I want you guys to know that I'm here to have fun. I'm here to promote things of my business, things that I'm excited for, and I am being my authentic self. So I'm not going to apologize for who I am to anybody. And hopefully we can have I can have a more positive experience this time around. So, oh my God, we're at like an hour in recording. I'm going to try and edit this down. So I will see you guys later. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that stuff. Follow me on my Instagram at @atouchofgoodkarma_aesthetics. Go to my website, buy my products, support small business, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye, guys.